Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and it seems that the last bit of hopeful optimism that I had for Doctor Who going forward is slipping away as we each day get a little bit more and a little bit more bad news that really solidifies this franchise's place among the list of dead franchises. And this is one of the most damaging things to ever happen to a franchise, at least the Timeless Children was, and now they've doubled down on it and made it even worse. And I find it difficult to contain my utter rage that they did this to this once shining franchise, that they're spitting on the grave of this incredible man who started one of the things that I love most. And it's heartbreaking that they were willing to do this for woke identity politics virtue signaling. It's really disgusting, honestly. And there is a little bit of debate. These comic books that had this news coming out predate the Russell T Davies era by a little bit. I do believe that he put a seal of approval on it, but there is an argument to be made that he didn't have anything to do with it, that it was strictly the BBC, and that he might still retcon it. I don't believe he will, but this is not good news. So yeah, Doctor Who officially confirms the Fugitive Doctor, that was this Doctor who first appeared in season 12, was the first Doctor, the first of this weird timeless child to call herself the Doctor, and that is incredibly damaging to the franchise. For those of you who don't know, the Timeless Children retconned the Doctor from being just this regular guy from Gallifrey who stole a broken TARDIS to go see the universe and helped where he could along the way. He only had 12 regenerations, but because of some shenanigans at the end of it, he was able to eke out a few more, and that's it. That's all we knew. And this man right here, William Hartnell, was always the first Doctor. He was the one who was born as himself and grew up to be what we know and love today. But the Timeless Children postulates that some random scientist, the first Gallifreyan who was able to get space travel, flew out into the universe. Instead of, barely being able to get into space on the first space trip, she was able to get to a completely different solar system on the first space trip. Not how space trips work. We've barely been to the moon, and it's been decades. But whatever. She finds this giant portal, and next to this portal is this little baby. This baby, when she dies, she regenerates into another person, and so the scientist lady experiments on her, kills this child dozens and dozens of times until she can figure out regeneration, inject it into herself and the other Time Lords to give the Time Lords their regeneration abilities. So it's eked out from the Doctor, and we don't know where the Doctor's from. And this comic book series featuring the Fugitive Doctor, we've known about for a while, and I just disregard it. It just looked like some bad art and whatever. I didn't care about it. But apparently it confirms that this Doctor, the Fugitive Doctor, is the first one to call herself the Doctor, which completely contradicts what we know from the series before, especially because she has a police box TARDIS, which was first introduced as William Hartnell's TARDIS. He stole a broken TARDIS and flew out into the universe, and when he was on Earth, it became a police box, and then when he tried to leave Earth, it stayed it, because the chameleon circuit broke during that time, and he just never was able to fix it. He never really wanted to begin with. But how, if she came before him, does she have the same broken chameleon circuit if it's obviously a different TARDIS because he stole that TARDIS right before that trip? It just doesn't make any lick of fucking sense, but they don't care. Chris Chibnall has proven time and time again he does not give a diddly squat about canon. He doesn't care about the characters. He doesn't care about the franchise. He doesn't care about the fans. He just cares about what political points he can eke out of this franchise, milking it dry, shooting it in the head, and then laughing as fans mourn the loss of this incredible franchise. So this is his fault. He's to blame. And if Russell T Davies really did sign off on this, like I believe he did, he's not the hero that I hoped he would be. He's not the hero that a lot of us hoped he would be for the franchise, and Doctor Who is well and truly dead. And it's a hard thing for me to say. I've held out hope for years, even after the Timeless Children first came out. But if even Russell T Davies is turning his back on the fans and approving something of this monstrosity, I can't trust him anymore, and the franchise is well and truly dead because there's no foundation left to it. He's not the character that we knew and loved. He's not just this regular guy who trained and just became great by accident more than anything else. And that was part of the magic of him, and we never wanted to know his origin one way or another. And Chris Chibnall doesn't care. These comic book writers don't care. They just wanted to solidify a more diverse Doctor as the first Doctor, and the Timeless Children solidified that she was a little black girl first. And that's there might be infinite numbers of doctors previous to this one, and that he just had his memory wiped by the Time Lords. That's disgusting, and I'm sick that they're doubling down on it, tripling down on it, making it even worse than it already was. And I'm done. I'm gonna watch the final episode with Jodie Whittaker just to watch her burn, because I need a little bit of cathartic release to see that happen. And I'll probably check out the 60th anniversary just in the faint hope, but that's more because I have the channel. If I didn't have the channel, I probably wouldn't be watching it. And if it doesn't turn out amazing, if Russell doesn't pull it off like he used to back in the day, I'm done. Because if this is true, it's not Doctor Who anymore. It's well and truly dead. And it sucks. Really, really sucks. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.